Hey guys, what's up? It's Ulysses from Snapkey Videos, and I'm here to talk to you about the new It movie. I really enjoyed it. I didn't know what to expect. I mean, I saw the original, and it was pretty cool. I haven't read the book yet myself, but I plan to, and it was really creepy. It was funny. Pennywise looked amazing. Instead of it being like a colorful costume, like maybe if you saw the trailer, you can see glimpses of him, which I thought was brilliant because it made the overall like impact of seeing him on the screen that more, substantial. Was the fact that they didn't have all the showing him on the commercials and all that, so people just go and be like, oh well, I kind of saw a glimpse of him and now I saw it. I was like, oh god, he looked almost like that doll or one of the dolls that your grandmother or aunt that you barely see maybe once a year has, with the real frilly old off-white kind of grayish dirty white clown costume, but it was like fitted, so it's like he had like the frilly stuff and then really thin, almost like bony arms, and then it flared out on his wrist again, and then he went the bright white gloves, and same concept with his legs. It was almost like he was a clown from like way back, like 50s, 60s, 70s, something like that. His makeup almost seemed like it was just the way his skin was. It wasn't like super caked on. His head resembled, in my opinion, the top of his forehead. Like it resembled almost like the butt of a spider. And it almost like with his hair, it came to like a point, which I thought was really good. The hair was more of a realistic red. It wasn't like it didn't look like a wig. The red from his lips, the lipstick on him goes up around like his cheek, and then it goes up and through his eyes. Like almost like red lines through his eyes, and it was so unsettling. The voice acting was great. I'm a big guy for voices, like Nolan's Bane, Heath Ledger's Joker. Like voices, to me, they just sell a character. You know everything you need to know about the character and how the actor vocalizes the role. To me, I think it's great. The movie wanted to, I guess, like cater. I don't want to say cater, but movie wanted to reach the fans of the novel. The tone of the film was amazing. It was really, you could tell it was in the 80s. You could, like when it said, oh, and it's in 1988, the set, the cars, the clothes. I mean, several movies do that. This isn't like, groundbreaking stuff, but the fact that it actually was done is huge. It's very easy for people to watch a film and not believe that it is, the time frame or the place that it says it is, because of just little continuity errors or historically inaccurate, props and stuff. The kids, the Losers Club, their chemistry was incredible. The humor, the delivery, the dialogue, it made me feel like these kids were each other's best friend, each other's everything. They were together till the end. And like any friendship, it had bumps along the road, it had misunderstandings, it has scuffles, and they have to put that aside for a greater cause, and it was great. It worked really well. Almost like a Nightmare on Elm Street vibe too, like the originals, not the later ones. Obviously Pennywise, he preys on fear. Freddy preyed on fear. That's what gave him his power. That's what allowed him to exist in the metaphysical and supernatural and that kind of stuff. So I mean, it had that kind of a vibe, which I thought was good. It worked. It definitely made it easier to understand why the parents, of course if you didn't read the book but saw the original film, why the parents weren't really affected and the kids were. Another Nightmare on Elm Street feel that I got from it was, as a person watching the film, you can see like he would make hallucinations and stuff to trap these kids and prey on their worst fears, and it was almost like, if you didn't pay attention, like really pay attention, it's almost seamless. It's almost like the kid was in reality, and then all of a sudden they're off into their hallucination, and as the audience you're like, whoa, where'd that come from? What is that? And then you realize, oh, that's this character's worst fear. This is Pennywise at work. And it was very nostalgic for me, because that's one of the things that scared me the most about Nightmare on Elm Street, was how well they just blended it in together. And it was like, one moment you're with your friends in school, and then all of a sudden you get up to go to the restroom and you end up down this creepy boiler room, and you're like, I'm at school. You know, this is weird. It's like that, and it's seamless. It's almost like you don't know what's happening until you're there, and you're like, oh, that's not normal. Another detail that had stood out to me, from the very beginning, you see him gradually become like less and less caring for the facade that he is a clown, an all-inviting clown. He goes to like a decline, like, oh, I'm this thing that you can approach freely and not be afraid of, to I'm kind of tired of the chase. Let's get this over with. But in the very beginning with Georgie, he has these buck teeth, almost like rabbit teeth, and it makes him look almost like innocent and not threatening, because it's like, oh, you know, to me anyway, I could be dead wrong, but the way I looked at it was, when you're a small child, you sometimes you have big buck teeth, you get teased about it and all that, but you eventually grow into your teeth. You see, there's a scene where his eyes drift. He's talking to Georgie, and his eyes, when he realizes that Georgie is not just, you know, a snatch and grab, he kind of has to work for it. You see his eyes start to separate, and then he struggles to put them back, align them back in the center. So almost like his eyes have to work as much as the rest of him to keep their composure, that he's this clown figure. And all of a sudden, like, he starts to drool a little bit, like, you know, emulating the hunger. He just wants to eat him. For me, when you take the color yellow and the color red, to me it symbolizes this like fire, like this, like, it takes your attention, whether it's on a sports car, whether it's on clothing, you know, it just grabs your attention. And the fact that Georgie has this bright yellow rain jacket, and Pennywise, you know, has this bright red balloon, bright red hair, and it just works to me. I recommend you see it in the theater, because if you are looking for an uninterrupted, just total immersion of this story, that is probably the only way you can get it. Get out there and go watch the movie. Leave a comment below what you think. This is my first film review. I did the Logan video for the DVD, the noir version, but as far as going to the theater and reviewing a film, this is my first one, and I'd like to know what you guys think. Leave a comment below. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Hopefully it'll be really soon. Thank you, guys.